The Galactic Academy's Cultural Warfare course had seen countless demonstrations over its 3-century existence. Professor Veldar, a towering Kryn with 4 arms and crystalline eyes, had witnessed students from 100 worlds showcase their ancestors' combat innovations. Today's assignment was simple: demonstrate a primitive weapon from your species' pre-industrial era. The Venturi student had brought a phase-locked energy blade, crude by modern standards, but impressive for a civilization that had barely discovered metallurgy when they crafted it. The Dalmec representative displayed a biotoxin delivery system grown from engineered fungi. Each presentation earned respectful nods from classmates who understood the ingenuity required when advanced materials weren't available. Then it was the humans' turn. Marcus Webb stood up, and Professor Veldar noticed several students lean back instinctively. Humans had a reputation. In the 3 years since their admission to the galactic community, they'd become known for unconventional thinking, the polite term. The impolite term was dangerously creative. "I've brought 2 items," Marcus announced, placing a small metal cylinder and a colorful aerosol can on the demonstration table. The objects looked utterly mundane. "These appear to be storage containers," Professor Veldar observed, manipulating the items with 2 of his hands. "What did your ancestors store in them?" "Fuel," Marcus replied simply. "And deodorant." The classroom fell silent. A Chishian student's translator squawked in confusion, attempting to find an equivalent term for deodorant in its database. "I don't understand," Veldar admitted. "How are these weapons?" Marcus smiled, that peculiar expression humans made that could mean anything from joy to impending chaos. He took back the items. "May I have permission to demonstrate outside?" "20 minutes later, the entire class stood in the Academy's reinforced testing arena. Marcus had set up a series of targets at various distances. He held the small metal cylinder, a Zippo lighter he'd called it, in one hand and the aerosol can in the other. "Humans discovered fire before we even developed proper language," Marcus explained. "We learned to control it, weaponize it, worship it. This lighter creates fire." He flicked it once, and a small flame danced above his thumb. Several students gasped. Open flame was considered almost sacred among spacefaring species. Too dangerous, too unpredictable. "And this," he continued, holding up the aerosol can, "contains compressed flammable gas. Separately, they're harmless. Together," he pressed the aerosol nozzle while holding the lighter's flame in front of it. A jet of fire roared forth, extending nearly 3 meters, engulfing the nearest target in flames. The class erupted in shocked clicks, whistles, and exclamations. Professor Veldar's crystalline eyes flickered rapidly, a sign of deep concern among his species. "You carry compressed explosives for personal hygiene?" demanded the Venturi student. "Well, technically this one's just butane," Marcus said, extinguishing the lighter. "But yeah, basically, the principle's the same. My grandfather used to make these as a kid. Called it a flamethrower. We had actual military versions that could shoot fire 30 meters. But the chemical instability," Professor Veldar protested. "The risk of accidental ignition. Surely your species banned such dangerous combinations?" Marcus shrugged. "We sold millions of them. Still do. You could buy both items at any convenience store on Earth." "Your people weaponized grooming products," a Dalmec student said slowly, "and made them commercially available to civilians?" "I mean, when you put it that way, it sounds weird," Marcus admitted. "But that's kind of the point, isn't it? Humans don't really separate weapon from tool. We just see potential. These are lying around my dorm room. I didn't bring them planning to demonstrate weapons. I brought them because I realized anything can be a weapon if you're creative enough." Professor Veldar was silent for a long moment. "In 3 centuries of teaching this course, I have never given a perfect score. The demonstration was to show a primitive weapon. You have shown me something far more concerning. The humans don't need weapons. You see the entire universe as an armory." Marcus grinned. "Now you're getting it, Professor." As the class filed back inside, Veldar made a note in his datapad. It wasn't a grade,